right. First of all, I would love to remind you that tomorrow, being the 28th day of May 2025, that our leader Nnamdi Kanu will appear in court. So just do well to subscribe to this channel if this is your first time coming across this channel, because I'll be here live and direct getting you the information of everything that will happen there and things that will happen afterward. All right. Now, there's a big question that everybody has been asking, which I will allow you to watch a kind of summary of it. And the question is, how was Nigerian government able to extradite Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria? How was it done? Now, I know Nnamdi Kanu's legal team are aware of this question, and it was asked to the DSS Max witness that came to court the last time, BBB. They asked him this question, at the last court, and he said that he don't know, that it was done by authorities that are higher than them. I could remember Sowore said something about this too, about this question now. How Nnamdi Kanu was, brought into Nigeria. Let me show you a video that Sowore said something about it.
It's the same thing they did to Kanu now. How do you think that Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya and brought to Nigeria, and there's no manifest of the plane that brought him to today? Even judges cannot ask for it. How did he get to Nigeria from Kenya? Who was the person who abducted him from the underground garage? Who was he expecting that made him to drive privately to that place and got kidnapped? Who are the people that kidnapped him? Because the Kenyan government came to court and said, we're not aware. We don't know who did this. You cannot. Is it possible to fly a plane, a private jet, out of an airport without two governments getting involved? How can it be more secretive? It's because there are global conspiracies involved.
Maybe this still did not give the answer of how Nnamdi Kanu was brought into Nigeria. Now, I will allow you, please, I beg you, just take a little time and watch this analysis my brother did. And then you understand. Because, honestly speaking, if we are to look into all this thoroughly, only this alone is a breach in international law. Oh yes, they have breached international law. Only this alone. Anyway, let me not talk much. Please take a little time and watch this analysis my brother gave about how Nnamdi Kanu was, brought into Nigeria. And then after watching it, just prepare yourself. Tomorrow, I'll be here live and direct getting you the information of everything that will happen in court. And of course, after tomorrow, he will also appear in court on the 29th. That is next tomorrow. So just prepare yourself and subscribe to this channel, right? So please watch this video.
Nobody is asking how Nnamdi Kanu was brought into Nigeria from Kenya. In fact, everybody has stopped asking. But that's a question that we should ask. Nnamdi Kanu is a British citizen. The British were also part of this whole thing, because it will never have succeeded without British support. The DSS has come out to say that they are not the ones that did it. The witness during Nnamdi Kanu's court case said that he was from airport. He received Nnamdi Kanu and took him straight to the DSS dungeon. Then you ask, who exactly carried out that mission? The British agency and Nigeria agency collaborated to pin Nnamdi Kanu down. That goes on to show you the reasons why there has been no effort by the British to support Nnamdi Kanu and make sure that his stay in DSS comes to an end and in fact gets his freedom. I'm saying this because the British have a mandate to protect their citizens who are facing trials in foreign countries. Yes. Fact check me. In fact, I'm going to read you something now to show you the rights of British citizens, to protection against unfair trials in foreign countries. And in fact, they have a mandate. The British consuls have a mandate, to stand by a British citizen who is undergoing trial in foreign countries. And since Nnamdi Kanu has been going in this trial, have you seen the British recently come to his aid effectively? In fact, let me tell you, to add to you, the British fights against illegal detention against its citizens in foreign countries. Yes. They fight against it. They lobby against it until that person receives fair trial and fair sentencing. That is the extent the British can go in ensuring that anybody carrying their passport will never be left behind. Let me read you briefly on the role of the British, of the UK, in defense of their citizens around the world. Listen very carefully. Number one, the British provides consular support. Yes, from the embassy of the country that the person is being held, the British ensure that the person is tried in line with local and international, international standards. And also, it will raise concern if the trial process appears not to be fair or the rights of the person are being violated. This is one point of what the British does to ensure that their citizen is not being, witch hunted or so. And so far, Kanu has spent 4 years in the DSS dungeon. Have the British ever released any statements to say the trial was unjust? Because 4 years in DSS dungeon is not a trial. It is just even now recently that a trial had decided to begin officially. So why haven't the British come out to condemn or pressure the Nigerian government in trying this man rightly and making sure that Nnamdi Kanu doesn't languish in solitary confinement? That is food for thought. That is a food for thought. Number two, monitoring of the case. British consular officials may attend trials as observers. They can advocate for fair treatment but cannot get somebody actually out of jail or demand that the case to be dropped. Just like you said, they are supposed to be there during his trial in consular services. British embassies in Abuja just close by. How many white men did you see in the court for the past few days? How many Oyibo did you see in court? So supporting Nnamdi Kanu all this while, standing by their citizen. How many white men do you see? Nobody. They've abandoned this man because they are the ones that put him there. They are the ones that went to Kenya. They are the ones that played the major role in making sure that they assist in catching this man for the government. See, let me tell you something like that. Clear conscience fears no accusation. It is their conscience that is worrying them. How can you put somebody in cell and be coming to the cell to check the person? You cannot do it now because you are the one that put him there. Look at the court. They're not even in the court. You don't hear any statement from them. They have Twitter account, Facebook account, UK in Nigeria. UK government in Nigeria has accounts. Have you seen them tweet, say anything about the citizen? If Nnamdi Kanu was a white man now with that passport, you will never hear word in the House of Assembly in UK. You will never hear what they will talk about it till tomorrow comes. Let's keep on going. Diplomatic pressure. High profile or controversial cases where due process or not followed or allegations of torture arises, the UK government may raise the case at diplomatic levels or with international bodies. Yes, that is what I'm trying to tell you. When this Gambayan of a man that had Binance had issue with Nigerian government and he was nearly condemned to prison, what happened to him? The US government increased pressure, did everything possible to ensure that the man was, released and sent back to the country. They had to cancel all the trials, they had to cancel all the cases that he had. Everything struck off overnight, just because they had negotiated it and it has been accepted, and now he has been released. Whatever they did under the board, we don't know, but the countries agreed that this man should be released, and Nigerian government released him. What stopped UK government from going that same way to apply pressure to ensure that this man is also released? What stopped the UK government from doing this same thing? What? Okay, let's go on. Humanitarian and legal rights advocacy. The UK may push for improvements in prison conditions or medical care. In some rare instances, they might assist in appeals or requests for clemency, especially in death penalty. Nnamdi Kanu was sick the other day. He complained of his ear, his chest, his heart, everything was worrying the guy. Did you see UK government pressure? He was even saying that he should go and see his doctor. They refused. The government refused. Did the UK now come and say, okay, we want our citizens to receive proper medical health care. We are sending in doctors. Okay, send in doctors from UK or from the embassy to take care of this man. Did you send any doctor? Nothing. They've abandoned this man. And what do you think? They abandoned him. because they are the ones who put him there. These imperialists are not to be trusted at all. They can do anything for resources. Anything for resources. They can throw anybody under the bus for natural resources. It's always for the greater good of their country all the time. They don't mind. Number 5, no legal representation. The UK government does not pay for legal costs or represent citizens in courts. That one is okay. Kanu never asked anybody, to pay his legal fees. He never asked anybody to represent him. All he wants is consular support. Yes, consular support is UK support. Your country supports you, backing you. It goes a long way. It's like somebody, you have a problem with somebody, you don't have anybody to protect you or to stand for you. People look at you, where's your father? No day. Your mother? No day. Your brother? You don't have. Your sister? You don't have. They can do you anything they like because you don't have anybody. But why would the UK come and provide such support when they are the ones that actually put him in that place? It's the UK that put Nnamdi Kanu in that cell he is now. They are the ones that bundled Nnamdi Kanu on behalf of Nigerian government. I will say it again, clearly. I will say it again because even recently, like I said, the DSA said they are not the ones that arrested Nnamdi Kanu. Until today, no other security agency has come out to claim that they are the ones that rendition Nnamdi Kanu, leaving us with two options: the Kenyan government itself or the UK security M13. Yes, security agents of the UK, the CIA of the UK. Among the two, who do you think? And even the Kenyan government has come out to say that they did not do it, leaving us now with only one option: the UK. They are the ones that use their agents on behalf of Nigeria to abduct this man and send him back to Nigeria, dumped him there, never even came out to represent him because they are the ones that put him there, did not show any body language matters in life. See, I want to advise all of you watching this video, watch out for body language. People's body language around you matter. The body language of the UK in Nnamdi Kanu's case, is it not obvious enough? For the past 4 years, it's not obvious enough to show you. When people are showing you who they are, take it. Stop giving excuses for them. People show you who they are. That's who they are. Stop looking for ways to pamper it and say, maybe he's not, maybe. I'm supposed to show you who he be. Now that person, now so he be. Take it for your own sake. The UK have shown who they are with this abduction of Nigeria. They have shown, even if you didn't believe before, but for the fact that for the past 4 years, they have never come out to show any form of support. Because if they had shown support, Nnamdi Kanu would not be in the DSA dungeon for 4 years doing nothing. Rolling up and down the walls of the room there, from one end to one end to one end to one end, from one book to one book, if he even allowed to read any book safe. It's lying down facing the sun, bending down facing the ground. They will never allow the citizen to be in the cell for more than a few days without trial. But the UK is saying it, and his passport is just there, and they allow it. Well, what does it tell you? The witch cried in the night, and the child died in the morning. No be coincidence. No country can set any man free. No group, only God can grant a man's freedom. And once God decides to grant any man freedom, everybody will start working in favor of that man, and everything will start turning around to favor him. I decree today, I declare today that everything starts working in favor of Nnamdi Kanu to secure his release. Everybody around him, those people who have rejected him, those people who incarcerated him, will from today start working to secure his release. And Nnamdi Kanu definitely will be released very soon, sooner than expected. The way it will happen will shock everyone. But so far, He has remained unbroken, unbowed, unbended, unshaken, formidable. And like I said, he is in the cell, held bound, but he is still not living in bondage. The lion himself. It doesn't matter who kidnapped you. Remain strong. One day, all this will end.
That's the way I describe it. But the truth is that Nnamdi Kanu has been held hostage. He was abducted from Kenya, extraordinary rendition. The fact that his kidnapped from Kenya could not be explained shows that any judicial pronouncement or process after that is null and void. You cannot go and kidnap somebody and bring them before a court. And the courts have made it very clear, even up to the Supreme Court, that he did not jump bail. It was the military that went to his house to kill people, and then he escaped. And now you have brought him back. You ought to respect and restore his bail. That's what I told his lawyers. Why are you applying for bail again? Because the Supreme Court made all the pronouncements except releasing him. And I think it was because they were afraid. And that's why I say he's a hostage to this country. And like you rightly said, there are other people who have made even more egregious pronouncements and fought and carried arms in this country. And you have not treated them the same way because they're not Nnamdi Kanu's, their name does sound East. And I'm not here to fetish being able. But the reality is that they are not treated fairly. And Nnamdi Kanu is part of the reason why that is clear to everybody.
Right.
And by the way, I must also reveal here that there are some Igbo elites who are behind this. Whenever there's a crime of conspiracy against freedom fighters, there are people inside and outside who are working together.
All right, so you've seen it. What do you think? Do well to drop your comment on the comment section, all right? Thank you very much. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you and God bless you.